Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on this live conversations. Number 198. This is live conversation number 198. And my disclaimer is I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. I'm just a YouTuber here having a regular conversation, as you would with your family, friends, associates, or whatever the case may be. This is a conversation type of live thing here on YouTube. Another disclaimer is I'm not trying to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement in general. We're here to talk about, PJ. You know what I mean? I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and people been sending me like links and whatnot, and letting me know about this person saying this and that. And I just like to give my intake on certain things. And I mean, being that I'm a YouTuber. I view videos, even videos I don't want to watch. You understand? It's just basically being like a journalist or something like that. When you're a YouTuber and what have you. I tend to laugh at these people. I tend to just watch a few minutes or a few seconds of it because it's nonsense at the end of the day. That's why I titled this live conversation. And feel free to input your conversation on, if you've been seeing like videos and stuff like that of, people hating and whatnot, just feel free in the comment section to share your thoughts and whatnot in general. Shout out to everybody, in the chat room, Marva, Maurice, Nicole, Prodigal Son, Carla, what up, Lavon, Sean, Steven, Soldier, what up, Bruce, what up, Eric, what up, On Day, you know what I mean? So when people send me these links, showing me certain things about some clown YouTubers, some clown YouTube preachers and stuff like that, I just laugh, man. I just laugh because at the end of the day, it's affected them within themselves. That's why they got to speak negative and what have you, or they don't have the humbleness to come up to understanding, or they don't have the humbleness to learn certain things and what have you. You know what I'm saying? One thing I'm not going to sit here and do is talk about, negatively another person, even if I disagree. I disagree with, a lot of preachers. You know what I mean? I disagree with a lot of so-called preachers. Whether it's the Jakes, whether it's the and Jakes may have some truth here and there. Just like Austin, they may have some truth here and there, but certain things I disagree with and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna sit here and make 3, 4 hour videos, 5 hour videos on these people 3 or 4 times a week. I'm just not gonna do that. And you got people out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And when people send me the links in my inbox and stuff like that, or it appears on my right hand side on YouTube and what have you, I just laugh, man. I just laugh, man. I don't take none of this stuff personal and what have you and things like that. Sean says they keep coming, don't they? Absolutely. I mean, it's nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? Since the beginning of me posting out the truth of God, man, it's some of the same people to this day, man, that's still saying the same stuff over and over. It's like a rerun. Every week is a rerun, and they really think they're doing something. At the end of the day, whether it's even to this YouTube channel, you know what I mean. They try to report certain videos and stuff like that. I got a few last year, you know what I mean, of people reporting videos, certain videos that I put out, even my live conversations and whatnot. You know what I mean? They got some True of God videos, reported, especially the homosexual videos. You know what I mean? I think they reported like 2 or 3 live conversation videos, but those videos they didn't get took down. You understand that? These people, these people will try everything to try to get your YouTube channel removed or flagged if you putting out the truth of God in general. You know what I mean? So that's why, I like to have these conversations and whatnot. Because they're not only trying to attack, the truth of God in general. They're trying to attack the people who put out the videos on YouTube and stuff like that. They're trying their best. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, it's not working for them. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep saying, it's like a person trying to box you with no arms. They could try and say all types of stuff, but you know what I mean? It's not going to work. Eric says Gino's a breath of fresh air and made me realize how foolish I've been. What up, Larry? You said Satan seeks to destroy all these haters with these false teachings. But what up, Renee? What up, Carol Worrell? Maurice says, remember also he was blessed by the Lord Jesus with the Holy Ghost. What up, Poochie Watkins? Roosevelt says, my greetings, my followers, believers. He says, watching from West Africa, Liberia. Sean says, I'm the beaten one right now. What up, Ruth Torres? Hen How? What up? What up? Edward says it's called humility to learn, not humbleness. What do you mean? What do you mean? Humility and humbleness. Ain't that the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Let's look up that meaning right quick in the humility. It says the similar words is humbleness. What do you mean by that? It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It says a modest or low view of importance, humbleness. It says it right there in the definition. So what you said was wrong. You know what I mean? So you got to correct yourself on that one. Edward. Jeremy says I'm not gonna say they call him Jerk Chicken. I'm not gonna say his real name. I'm gonna call him Jerk Chicken. At Jeremy Dunbar. He said Jerk Chicken tried to show videos of his son or whatever the case may be. Me personally, and I'm being dead serious right here. You know what I mean? I'm starting to think that Jerk Chicken has a thing for guys. You know what I mean? When a man constantly keeps talking about another man for 3 or 4 hours, for 3 or 4 times a week, I'm not being funny. I'm not making jokes and stuff like that. You wonder about that man. You know what I'm saying? Jerk Chicken. Because I'm not going to say his name on here. The guy from Canada. Even his reader sounds like a female when he talks at a high-pitched voice. He sounds like a girl at the end of the day. I'm not trying to be funny. You understand? So when you have a grown man who possibly has a wife and kids, who devotes his time to keep talking about somebody negative for 3 or 4 hours, I think I didn't watch the video. I don't watch 3 or 4 hours of their nonsense, of their trash. I really don't. You understand? When somebody sends me the link or something like that, I probably view a few seconds. You know what I mean? I think Mr. Ham sent me, the video, told me about a video he was on with them. I just watched Mr. Ham part for the most part. And after that, that was it. You understand? Or the parts that people telling me that, they talking about me or whatever, watch a little bit, turn it off. I don't watch none of that garbage all day. Just picture me watching 3 or 4 hours. And I even saw one video, not seen actually, but saw the time stamp to it, 4 hours and a half. One 4 hours and a half, another 3 hours and a half, 4 hours here and 3 hours there. I mean, who would watch that nonsense besides the 5 stupid people who keep the 5 same people who keep commenting on their video? The same 5 stupid people. They comment the same thing all the time. And most likely is their wives and people who go there to their church or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to sit here and watch that foolishness and nonsense and things like that. You know what I'm saying? When a man is curious, when 2 men and one sounds like a female and stuff like that, who's curious about another man's sexual preference, you know what I'm saying? I question that Jerk Chicken. Question him, like, are you okay? Are you all right? You understand that? So it's more fellas out there besides them and things like that. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting here going to talk about nobody negatively for 3 or 4 hours, man. You understand that? No real man does that. I'm talking about no real thoroughbred man going to sit there and talk about another man, even if you disagree with that person. You know what I'm saying? Give you a little 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I disagree with such and such. I'm not going to sit here and blast them all day, every day almost. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? As a man, that time, 3 or 4 hours, could be used for quality time with your kids, quality time with your spouse. Get things done around the house and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your bill's intact. You know what I mean? Make sure your kids are doing good in school. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your wife is getting the quality time that she needs instead of you talking about another man for hours and hours. Like I said in another video. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say they got, and the reader got a wife. let's just say his wife want to spend quality time with him. Nah, honey, I got to spend 3 or 4 hours talking about another man negative. You know what I mean? You understand that? That's crazy. You know what I mean? She ready for him, but he rather go talk about another man. What does that say about that man? I ain't being funny, but that's true facts right there. I can't sit here and let's just say I had a wife. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's boo boo love at night. You know what I mean? We got the rose petals. You know what I'm saying? We got the fire lit. You know, and all of a sudden, I just say, man, Jerk Chicken called me. I want to sit down with him for 3 or 4 hours talking about another man negatively. I can't do this, honey. That's crazy, man. I question yourself, question your own sexuality. You know what I'm saying? With that one. You know what I mean? Edward Rangel. He says, refuse to accept a true religious debate. I would love to debate the man on true propositions, but he doesn't want to. Who are you? Who are you, man? You understand? I mean, I'm pretty sure you've never been in a square circle ever, you know? And that's another thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people contact me or they come on here and stuff like that. When I put a video out upon, when he mentions if a person is interested in the debate, the instructions are right there coming from his mouth. You understand that? But if a person declines your offer to have a biblical discussion, that don't mean they're scared. That don't mean they have to accept your proposition. That don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that. I mean, if a person say no, accept a no. Simple. You know what I mean? It's life. You ain't gonna always get a yes. As simple as that. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna always get a yes. Okay, man up, accept it. Okay, this person don't want to have a discussion with me. Simple as that. Keep it moving, man. Don't sit here and pout like a baby and cry and scratch at the door like a puppy. At the end of the day, be a man, accept it. It's a no. You know what I'm saying? Right? What up, NC? What up, Mrs. O? Maurice says you are a target for Satan once you go against his followers and messages. You're right. You're absolutely right about that because when you're doing devilish things, I remember way back when, you know what I'm saying, when I had the braids and I had the chain and the earring and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, the expensive clothes, parasucos, Harvey, blasting the rap music, you know what I mean, jamming, DMX on, Beanie Siegel, State Property, Tales of a Hustler, talking to women, numerous women. When I was young, 18, 19, 20, I'm 38 now. Nobody bothered me. Nobody. Once I started putting out the truth of God, man, wow. Wow. These so-called church people, wow. It's crazy. You know what I mean? These so-called church people who happen to make videos on me or whatever the case may be, when I was blasting Tales of a Hustler from Beanie Siegel when I was younger, no church person bothered me. I'm in my car, Impala. I had an Impala, whatever, 2001. I'm blasting music, riding past churches and whatnot and things like that. Have my chain on, braids, probably hat cocked to the side, window down, blasting my music. Look at the church people. They don't say nothing to you. You understand? But the moment I put out the truth of God, about 6-7 years ago, wow. It's something different, man. It's something different. You know what I mean? It's something different. It's crazy. What up, Nicole? What up, 180? You said you hope, Maurice said you hope PJ opens up a temple in Newark, New Jersey. Wonderful. I don't think Newark, New Jersey had a decent pastor, to my knowledge, since Skinner, Apostle Skinner, from way back when. I don't know no solid preachers out there, to my knowledge. I don't know no solid preachers out there. You know what I mean? All right. Kimmy Kim says PJ was sent was God's sin. So of course he's stomping down on preachers and as well as us foolish people. I love it. And I'm thankful for this rough needed preaching. Absolutely. Stephen Williams says, thankful for the message this weekend. 16-year-old son understanding was opened up to how Jesus Christ is God and not a separate person. Praise God. Michael says, brother, I was confronted by members of the body because I believe and promoted all the teachings of Gino. My pride was hurt because I was excited to share a great teacher. I think your pride is. Yeah, man, same here. When I was at a church, before I started, pushing the truth of God and stuff like that, and then when I pushed it on my Facebook, I think it was about maybe 2017 because I started on YouTube first, and then I pushed it over to Facebook, and you had some people of that same church say something, but me, I didn't care. I didn't care at the end of the day, People, listen, they're gonna have something to say, man. They are. But at the end of the day, keep pushing the message, man. Keep pushing the truth of God. For sure, man. You know. MH, what up? He says, anytime the anointing is so powerful that atheists are coming over to the truth, the impact is real. The power of the truth has been setting thousands free, and the evidence is everywhere through the world. What up? God is one. What up? What up? Jeremy Dunbar says, I watched 5 minutes and I had to shut it off. Absolutely. It's just annoying. You know what I mean? Like I said, even being a YouTuber, I have to listen to certain things. Being a being a YouTuber and stuff like that. But I just can't take listening to this garbage. You know what I'm saying? 80% I can't really understand what he's talking because he has a thick accent. You know what I mean? But this earning the videos, it's just a bunch of nonsense and foolishness. You know. Um, Mr. Edward. Um, you go somewhere with yourself, man. If you're looking for a discussion, go handle your business. You understand? Go handle your business. James says, greetings, brother. I haven't been on the live in a while, watching from New Orleans. Shout out to New Orleans. Mr. Gregory Johnson says she got this lie out. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is. I don't know who you're talking about, Mr. Gregory Johnson. I'm not going to say that, you know what I'm saying, due to YouTube community guidelines. Certain things I won't read and say, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say that. Whatever happened to Mr. Israel, that was on him. You understand? You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit here and read that, All right? Michael says, getting in the way, I was wrong about a few preachers myself, but you become sharper at the end. Just take the pride out and do cross-examination. Plus, your spirit is in the wrong place with what is the name? What up, Alvin? What up, what up, what up? I hope all is well. Hope you're doing well for sure. Shout out to you, Alvin. You says from Washington. Are you tapping in from Washington State, or you tapping in from Washington DC? Let me know. All right. Michael says, calling a true spirit would test all things. Test all things, brother. Appreciate that comment right there. That is for sure. All right. Jeremy says they are straight hecklers, no followers or anointing from God. Gregory says they always want to get personal instead of sticking to the Bible. Absolutely. That's a good point right there. Gregory Johnson. He says they always want to get personal instead of sticking to the Bible. Absolutely. And then when you get personal with them, they're trying to say that you're going to the carnal sense, but they make it seem like it's okay for them to do it. You know what I mean? So you're absolutely on point with that one. They don't want to stick to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? When they can't get their way, that's when they start going into the personal matter. You know what I mean? Karen says they spend more time talking about apostle than Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. That's another good point right there. You know what I'm saying? If they supposed to be so-called preachers and whatnot and what have you, they would be talking about the word like Gregory Johnson said, and like you said, you know what I'm saying? They would talk about, Jesus Christ at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not about man in general. You know what I'm saying? It's about that word. It's about the word of God. You understand that? At the end of the day, that's what they're gonna be accountable for. You know what I'm saying? All right, sacred. He says Sacred 2 says, "Hey Tony, I know Tommy Ingram is not jealous of Gino Jennings. Ingram is also much more knowledgeable than Gino." Well, I have to decline that and disagree. Me and Mr. Ingram is cool and stuff like that. I spoke with him yesterday verbally. We have a agreement. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, not an agreement, but we have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? He know I'm with the truth of God and stuff like that. We do have disagreements. You know what I'm saying? That's your opinion upon Mr. Ingram, and this is mine. Fact. You understand that? Upon Mr. Ingram. Would that be a good sit down and a good discussion for them two to sit down and have a discussion? Absolutely. You understand that? I like biblical discussions. I like biblical, debates or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You think I don't want to see certain people sit down and have discussions and whatnot? I do. You know what I'm saying? It's something I like. But are some of those people going to sit down? I don't know. We don't know. You understand that? But it doesn't matter if a person is more knowledgeable than the next. You understand? The whole thing about it is do they have sincerity for other people's souls to help them on the right path to get to God and stuff like that and things like that? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, who cares if one person is more knowledgeable than the next? You know what I'm saying? They still can go to hell. You know what I mean? And that person who is less knowledgeable, you know what I'm saying, could be on their way to heaven at the end of the day. So that's another thing with certain people out here. You know what I'm saying? They think they know everything. Okay, you may know Genesis and Revelation or the Apocrypha also, you know what I mean, in other books, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? What souls have you saved? You know what I'm saying? Do you have it sincere for people? Do you keep that commandment? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Most importantly, love. Do you have hatred in your heart? You understand that? Do you forgive people? You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if Tony Harvin is more knowledgeable than whoever, or whoever is more knowledgeable than me. At the end of the day, you got to work out your own soul salvation. You understand that? So it don't matter. You know what I mean? Biblical discussions don't matter when it comes to getting your soul saved. It do matter and it don't matter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So being more knowledgeable than the next person, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because that knowledgeable person could be on their way to hell. You know what I'm saying? And that less knowledgeable person could be on their way to heaven. Because you got to remember that other scripture. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? When it says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. You understand that? I ain't no preacher. You understand that? I'm not trying to hear preaching a sermon or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But you got to understand, I am sharp, but I ain't no preacher. You understand? You know what I mean? So to them people in Canada, I don't think you want it, man. Now, I don't debate on my channel, but I probably make an exception for them. You know what I'm saying? To cook them up. You know what I mean? But they won't come on here. They know better. You know what I'm saying? They got too much pride. That's another thing. A lot of those guys, they got too much pride. They got too much pride at the end of the day. They want things done their way instead of a neutral way, instead of a fair grounds way. You understand? Jeremy he says rose petals. He says rose petals. You funny. What up, Beams 2K? What up? What up? What up, Jay? David says, if y'all want to debate Gino, come on Tony platform first to get your weight up first. He said, come get your weight up. Come get some sparring in. You know what I mean? These people never laced up gloves before. They never put Vaseline on their face. They don't know what a cup is yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what a 1, 2, 3 is, but they want to have a biblical discussion. It's parallel, and I'm not saying it's like fighting or boxing or something like that, but it's parallel in a sense like that. You know what I mean? You just can't, if you're a person who never had a biblical discussion and you just see somebody on YouTube or TV or hear them over the radio, and you like, and you think you know a couple of scriptures, it's levels to this stuff, man. It's levels to being knowledgeable and stuff like that. And who gives that off? God does. You know what I'm saying? It's not in a physical sense like training for boxing. You understand? But there's something more greater than boxing. You know what I mean? More greater than lasting 12 rounds in the ring and stuff like that, man. But a lot of these people don't understand. They think because they know a couple of scriptures, they could take on anybody. You know what I mean? They could take on anybody. You understand that? But it don't work that way. We've seen a lot of people, like who that? Harry Knox. Who else was up there? What's that guy from Jamaica? They had a debate on the Sabbath. We've seen him. We've seen Mr. Israel. It was a prophet back in the day that I put out. You know what I'm saying? That debate. So quite a bit of them went up and they lost. They lost at the end of the day. You understand? Because they thought they knew some scripture, but at the end of the day, boy, the heat was on for them. You understand? The heat was on. So they actually think they could take on, just like a person on the outside who don't even run 5 miles a day, who don't eat right. You understand that? Who don't lift weights and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They out of shape. They never took a punch, but wanted to get in the ring with Mike Tyson and think they could actually beat Mike Tyson when he was in his prime. Even today. You understand that? They think they could beat somebody. You know what I mean? Once you step in that square circle, man, and that heat is on, man. It's something different, man. It's something different, for sure. All right. Gregory Johnson says, I guess you're talking about somebody. You said it's so unstable. She's saying you owe child support, huh? Listen, I don't go into all this personal stuff, man. I don't go into all this personal stuff, man. But my credit score is almost my credit score is, man, probably like 770 right now. So if a person owed child support, man, they wouldn't have good credit. You understand that? Child support. What is she talking about? I might have to call the baby mothers and stuff like that. Have them on here, have them on here to see if they confirm that. You better be happy they're at work right now, because I definitely would call them up. You understand? For sure. So all that personal stuff, man, that these people are conjuring up, Tony Harvin owes child support and stuff like that, whatever. I'd be locked up. I wouldn't have my CDL. They take your CDL away. They probably lock you up. Also, if you owe a certain amount, it goes in your credit report, and other things that happen. You understand? So no real man and whatnot who got his own stuff and things like that is backed up in child support. You know what I mean? Because it definitely will affect your living. If you're a driver, it definitely will affect that because your license will be suspended until you can pay that child support off. You understand that? And when it's called old child support, it's not called child support. It's called you're in arrears. You understand that? That's how I know that person doesn't make sense or doesn't know about child support, especially, paying for the state of New Jersey, North Carolina, or whatever state you're in. You understand? Everybody has different standards with child support and stuff like that. You know what I mean? How she know I got little kids? You understand that? How you know I'm on child support anyway? You understand that? How do you know that? How do you know I'm not off child support? You don't know that because I don't talk about certain things like that. You understand that? Much in general. And I know for sure you don't know, what I'm saying, the kid's mother at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So when people conjure up personal things and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's just that those people are miserable. They're trying to find something. They're trying to, a person, they love an entertaining lie versus the truth. They try to say things just to try to get something started. So after a person proves that they're not that or whatever that person say, cool. They'll find something else. You know what I mean? This how those type of people operate. You understand? But I listen. I know how to. You know what I mean? Move off that type of move off that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't let that all that personal stuff. That stuff don't bother me. You know what I mean? As long as crazy people like that don't show up to my doorstep. Although I would love that, I would love that because they will see the quickest thrust kick, they will see the quickest roundhouse and the quickest takedown that they ever have been through. You understand that? You know what I mean? And then they would be locked up. You know what I'm saying? After they come from the hospital. You dig? What up, Cartels? What up, Hayes? What up, Roosevelt? What up, Jacob? Creative for Glory says we need one in Youngstown, Ohio. That's where Kelly Pavlik is from. You know, shout out to Ohio. Maurice says Nork is lost. Nork. I haven't been to Nork in a while. I've probably been to Nork probably like 2 months ago. It's a spot. It's one of them barbecue spots on Ferry Street. You know what I'm saying? Get the rice. Portuguese. So they do their stuff grilled. That's the last time I've been to Nork, man. And Nork is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I believe Ross Barack is the mayor or something like that. And then you got, Shakur Stevenson trying to be a good role model for the community, but I don't know. You understand? I don't know. So you got I got this fighter, I got this boxer that's going to be interviewed on Sunday. You know, he's from North and stuff like that. So, I'm going to ask him some questions and what have you in reference to growing up in North and things like that. But that's going to be probably going to be on a live on here also. But that interview with that fighter is mainly going to be for my secondary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny that you brought up North, you know what I'm saying, in a good way. All right. NC says, remember Bishop King told us, holy ones, that it's dangerous to tell others we belong to TOG. Bishop King. What do you mean by that, NC? My three sons said that's a problem. All these preachers' ministry is completely about Gino Jennings when they should be saving souls. Pray for them, God bless. Absolutely. Definitely got to pray for them. I don't have no hatred for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no malice or anything like that. You know what I mean? What up, Greenleaf? Corey Finney? What up? What up? What up, Travian West? You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked that question or brought it up earlier at Travian West. He says, I'm a follower, but I do have a concern. There was a video saying, gay things and was wondering how long ago that was and if he was and if he's saved because he was leafing. Huh? Leafing? I don't really understand that. You understand? So I was giving an example of talking about myself and stuff like that when people come to me with these questions, because that same question and that same concern, people come on these conversations, people come in the videos, or people come in my inbox on Facebook, they bring up the same stuff. And I'm going to say the same answer. You know what I'm saying? Me, I used to talk to many women, age 19, 20, and stuff like that, and things like that. And I had hatred in my heart and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've been through certain things before. Is that me now? No. I'm not afraid to talk about the acts that I've committed in the past and stuff like that. But you got people out there that still will look at you as that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if you're trying to get saved or you are saved and stuff like that, and you're trying to strive for God, you got family members, friends, and stuff like that still probably looking at you as the same person if you was in a certain lifestyle before. And that's what you got on YouTube and stuff like that. People trying to dig in people's history and stuff like that. They go into people's Facebooks. They go into people's friends' Facebooks. They stalking people and stuff like that and things like that just to get information on people. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you, show me one video where these people, those same people who's talking about other people, lifestyles, who's talking about other people's livings and stuff like that from the past. Show me one video when they talking about themselves upon certain things that they used to do and stuff like that. Show me one video. Show me that. Tell them show me one video, at least one video, 5 minutes of them talking about their own past. You understand? Show me one video. They know my email. You understand? Show me one video. You know what I mean? So in the sense of don't talk about other people or don't talk about somebody else if you ain't gonna talk about your own self. You know what I'm saying? They coming off as if they perfect already. You know what I mean? All right. 180 says I wanted to have a discussion on any subject in the Bible. 180, email me boxertonyharvin at gmail.com. Young Reddy says you never care, and that's the problem with you, bro. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? What up, Flemings? What up? What up? What up? What up, Donna? What's up? You know? What up, Linda? What up, Phillips? Peaches Phillips? What up, Linda? Let your light shine. Trayvine West, I answered you. Sparkles, what up? What's up to St. Louis? JJ says, Tony, the men every night talking about Gino say you leave the church. You said I left the church? Huh? What are they talking about? They said I left the church too. So you got one here, somebody say I owe child support, and you got another person say I left First Church. I remember they said Stephen, the reader, they say he was leaving. They say he left First Church. These people are going to conjure up so much lies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're going to do. I don't know where they get that from, man. I don't know where they get our old child support. I don't know where they get I left the church. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Somebody tell me something, man. Where they get this information from? You know what I'm saying? You know? Sparkle says jealousy is not the word. Absolutely. You know? Kimmy Kim says it's been a what up, Cartels Young? Kimmy Kim says it's been a blessing being a part of First Church since 2019 and was baptized. Striving for holiness is hard, but very much so worth it. What up, Lady Speed? What up, what up, what up? Eleanor. It says Wayne Smith be talking crazy. What up, Wayne? Wayne Smith be talking crazy on the debates, but at least he don't back down and keeps coming back. He says Brooklyn. You know what? I give it to people like Wayne Smith. You know, they disagree with things of the true God, but it's still respect not to get personal. You know what I'm saying? Cartels Young is another one. It's still respect not to get personal and off track. You know what I mean? So definitely give respect to those type of people. Cool says that guy in Canada be tripping hard, 3 and 4 hour videos on PJ. Like I said in the beginning, man, I don't know, man. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but he might want to question his own sexuality. You know what I mean? And his reader who sound like a girl. You know what I mean? Oh, Seattle, you from? My fault, Alvin. Jay Davis says, dude got cooked on that Sabbath debate. What up, Sister Davis? What up, what up, what up? Misery loves company, St. Louis says. What up, Angie Young? What up, what up, what up? Maurice Pittman says, Brother Tony, you are a target. I love it. And he says, so don't be surprised about the difference of hatred that comes at you and even from who it comes from. Keep your shield of faith. You know what? That's cool with me. You know what I mean? And you know, I noticed that too. You know, for sure. Angie Young says, so many believe a lie on today before the truth. We are here. We are in some very serious times. Octavia says, how are you, God? How are you? May God continue to bless you and your family. Wonderful and great. Likewise to you. Donna Wood says, greetings. What up, brother? Words. I appreciate that. Octavius Carmichael. What up, Master Wu? CW. Evelyn. Jay Davis says, makes no sense to be a hypocrite about your past and even what you're dealing with now. Absolutely. Okay. His blessing says, what would you think would happen if all those preachers that has a name actually had a biblical discussion? Who would get their mouth stopped? Well, listen, I don't even want to mention names to give them promotion and stuff like that. But I'm gonna just say the Irv Gotti looking one, you know what I'm saying, and his puppet, you know what I mean, the one that one I think is a Muslim with the glasses. You know who I'm talking about. His blessings. Them two don't know how to debate at all, man. Them two are just the worst. You know what I'm saying? When they're trying to break down certain things, it's just all over the place. The one in Alabama, you know, he got a little bit of something with him, just a little bit at the end of the day. But you know, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. The people in Canada, listen, they all will get crushed at the end of the day. they all will get crushed at the end of the day. But for the most part, it just takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of courage, you know, to have a biblical discussion. But I don't think those men got it. You know what I'm saying? They always come up with these excuses about this channel was ungodly and this and that and what have you and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The one in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? What is that church? I forgot his church name. You know what I'm saying? I forgot his church name. Because I'm not gonna say his name. I'm just gonna say the one that looked like Irv Gotti. That's it. You know what I mean? He had a discussion with the guys in Canada, I think. You know what I mean? The guys in Canada, they both was off. You know what I'm saying? They both of them, both of them. And shout out to the guy who he's with, who's trying to make biblical discussions on his YouTube channel and whatnot. I'm not knocking. I don't knock people for having biblical discussions. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But when you down talk this YouTube channel, but then you trying to follow the same tactics that I have on here, live conversations. You know what I'm saying? Now he got what does he got? Like Let's Talk or something like that. You know what I mean? Now he got biblical discussions on his channel. So the Let's Talk is kind of parallel to the live conversations that I got on here. And his biblical discussions is parallel to what I got with the biblical discussions. You know, so if you're gonna talk down on somebody, why try to follow it? Why try to follow the steps that they're doing on a YouTube channel? I don't get it. You understand? I don't get it, man. You know? All right. Let's go to more comments. All right. What up, Sandra Williams? What up? What up? What up? He said heading to the store to pick up some lobster for dinner tonight. He said lobster. That boy eating good. Add some pasta in that. Princess says, hey, brother, Pastor Gino got him shook. That's why Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley won't come and have a talk. I agree. What up, Daryl? What up? What up? What up? Brother Rodney, he says they are doing the work of their father, the devil. Joel, what are you trying to say on that one? What are you trying to say? You know? Rodney says they're bearing false witnesses. They are bearers of false witnessing. What up, Kimos? What up? What up? What up? I want to see Stephen Anderson on here. St. Louis says, I emailed Stephen Anderson. I emailed them. You know? I think it's called Faith Baptist something. Now they keep sending me all this nonsense, you know what I'm saying, in my emails. You know? All this advertisement of their church and whatnot. You know, and I did that like last year. So I emailed Stephen Anderson, you know. I emailed him already. just like a lot of them. Even with Marcus Rogers, I emailed him from his website. Got nothing back. Johnny Roberts, I had his phone number. I had his phone number. It's probably on my other phone. I had his phone number. I contacted him. We was talking before. I think it was like the end of 2021. And then I texted him about 5 or 6 months ago. He never responded back. So on my new phone, I think I deleted his number, man. You understand? All right. Okay. Cool. Sister Davis says, I'm glad PJ is crushing those jealous preachers. But what is sad is how they think that jealous spirit is going to be welcome in heaven. Ooh, that's a good one right there. Wow. He says, if they got eyes on PJ, better put them on Jesus. Wow. He says, you ever ate alligator meat before? No. No way. Never will. You understand? Never will. Alligator meat. That's the first one. You know what I'm saying? Listen, who is going to the state of Florida where all those alligators at, hunting for them, killing them, and eating their meat? I can't do that, brother. I can't do that. You understand? But if alligator meat is your preference, like some people eat frog legs, some people eat goat, you understand? That's cool. That's, what I mean? I don't knock people for, what they eat. You understand? It could be healthy. I don't know. But just the thought of eating alligator meat, you know what I mean? Princess says, do you invite only pastors you know? No. I didn't know St. Louis. I didn't know Khalid Mitchell. I didn't know Bronson. Who else I didn't know in the beginning? I didn't know a lot of them in the beginning. You understand? I didn't know a lot of them. Some of them just contacted me, or a few of them was with the Truth of God and stuff like that, and we connected, and they wanted to have a biblical discussion or agree to a biblical discussion, and they got it on. You understand? You know what I mean? So that's how that worked out. You know what I mean? Through the comments of people going back and forth in the comments, of people emailing me or texting that they was interested in having a biblical discussion. But as far as like knowing somebody to have a biblical discussion in general, no, nobody I knew on the outside of YouTube. You understand that I could think of. You know what I mean? Hunter says, bless you, brother. Keep speaking the truth. Wonderful. I appreciate that. Octavius Carmichael will do. I like, Mr. St. Louis says, I like to see Brian Corin. He ain't coming on here. Charles Lawson. I believe that's the Baptist preacher, the Caucasian brother. Dory Love. Well, Dory Love, he reached out about a month ago. I haven't heard back from him. David Lynn, I haven't contacted him yet. Willis Ingram. I like Gino, but you say he can't compete with Israelites on the Bible. He can crush the Christian pastors because they don't follow the Bible. Well, what you call Mr. Israel? What you call Mr. Israel? Wasn't Mr. Israel an Israelite? Wasn't he? Let me know. Chanel Courtney, what up? He says curry goat. Curry goat. Huh. Curry goat. What up, Anthony? Appreciate that. He says elk is another one that's good to eat, man. I don't know where you're coming from with this one, man. He says elk. What up, Brandy J? What up, G Swole? He says, not trying to change the subject, but I just want to ask you and everybody else to say a prayer for me when I was involved in 2 car accidents within a week, for sure. Definitely, we'll definitely be praying for you, for sure. So, man, I appreciate everybody for coming on this live, man. Just had to touch on this right quick. We will be having a biblical discussion. There's a biblical discussion, tomorrow night 8 p.m. A biblical discussion is tomorrow night. What up, life inspiration? Biblical discussion tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Lord willing, uh, Brother Bronson and Khalid Mitchell, 8 p.m. Tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. You know, the topic is it possible for a person to live a life, and in parentheses, it's going to be whole life without sinning? That is the topic for tomorrow. That is the topic for tomorrow. You know, you got some agreements, you got some disagreements with that. You know what I'm saying? With that discussion upon tomorrow. You know, so we definitely gonna be having a biblical discussion tomorrow. Hades Blessing says, start posting them polls again. You've been slipping. Ah man, he said start posting them polls again. Dude, somebody asked me about that the other day about them polls. You know what I mean? He said I'm slipping. All right, I want them polls back. So who y'all thought took that debate the other day? Who took that debate the other day with St. Louis and Wayne Smith? Who took that debate? Whoever listened to it. You know, I usually put Wayne Smith, and then I'll put St. Louis, or I'll put neither in the polls. So if you have watched the biblical discussion, the last one, I didn't put the poll up for that one or a few other before, but let me know right now before I conclude this live who you thought took the debate, the last debate, according to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? All right. It says, did you get my text confirming the discussion I'm having? I see a text. Let me check it out right quick. Okay, gotcha. What is the topic? Cartels Young says, I haven't. Sounds good though. You talking about St. Louis? Rachel Thompson says definitely Wayne Smith. What up, Jacqueline Forte? What up? What up, Mister? He says he needs to be Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar. Puh. Dr. Umar. Nah. So Hayes Blessing says, neither. I'll stop and already have stopped both of their mouths. Now tell them to come get me. That sound like something 64 would say. He said, neither. Wow. So Brother Ward says St. Louis. Donna Wood says St. Louis. Okay. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. What up, Jew? G Swole says, I sure will. Okay, you're talking to Georgina. Sister David says, all Wayne Smith know is how to try and confuse people, then bring up what was in the Greek. Anthony says, I'm enjoying those throwback messages. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm looking to put out more throwbacks for sure. Mr. St. Louis says 64, the Clubber Lane of debates. He said Clubber Lane. Wow. All right. Appreciate everybody for coming on this live. You know, be on the lookout for more videos, more Truth of God videos, more live conversations, more biblical discussions and whatnot. You know, as I stated, there's one, Lord willing, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow. You understand? You know, so if anybody's interested in having a biblical discussion, BOXER TonyHarvin at gmail.com here on Tony Harvin YouTube channel. If you haven't, visit the secondary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. Tony Harvin Network, you know what I mean? I get more in depth with health and wellness, sports interviews and news and stuff like that. Making videos, me at work and stuff like that on that YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? More so than this one. All right. So may you all have a blessed day. Hope everybody have a wonderful day. Today's Friday. You know, go relax, go cook some fish and grits, or fish, shrimp, grits, and things like that, and just relax. You know, just be thankful that we still here. All right. So appreciate everybody once again for coming on. Maybe I'll be back on later, broadcasting from YouTube and Facebook. Broadcasting from YouTube and Facebook, maybe later on. So thank everybody for tuning in. Once again, I'm out. Peace.